that's fragged, so we can just go ahead and take off ramp, and we can do a Rolex based upon our previously assigned push times um, due to taking off early from the ramp, if that makes sense to Panther and Falcon.
Who's gonna call the Rolex?
Um, we'll let the strikers call the Rolex, but if it is obviously unattainable by another flight, they would have to trump them. So whoever is, we'll let the strikers initially call the Rolex, but any flights that aren't able to make that Rolex call would have to obviously speak up.
Cool beans.
All right, so just remember, we don't have to kill ourselves in this mission. If it's too hot, then we can try to survive and RTB and knock it off, or abort it. But see what we can do on this strike mission. And for the seed, we'll be calling. If we get launched on by anything, we'll be calling it out relative to our positions. So basically, if we get launched on by, something to the west, we'd be calling, Sam, whatever, or what is it, Python 1's defensive SA whatever to the west, and we'll be making the calls that way. All right.
Cool.
So just keep an eye on kind of where we are to kind of know where those are coming from. I guess it would be the best way to do it.
Yeah, I'll be giving calls with my bullseye and a direction over uniform to let you guys know what's going on.
Copy. And I mean, bullseye is good, but also if you can sometimes do cardinal stuff, since we're all in the package, if we're initially flying up there, we're kind of all pointing the same direction, so everything's kind of the same for us. Once we get in the target area, it might be a little bit different. We start turning around or get engaged, but initially, we will be pointing the same direction. So just keep that in mind. And also for the when we get to the target area, we're planning to cap about 10 miles south of the target on a northeast southwest cap while the strikers do their run and protecting them from that position.
Copy that. We'll be working the air to ground picture until we're Arizona, and then we'll just pick up a I guess you guys are gonna be north south 10 miles or
North, we're going to be flying on a northeast southwest track, basically 10 miles off, 10 miles south, not really south, but 10 miles southeast of target. So basically along our steer point line. South,
okay.
10 miles of that.
I missed the Victors. Falcon is 9X. Panther, what's your Victor?
We're on 2.
And Python?
7.
Okay, thanks.
And just so you're tracking, like when I say I had a bullseye, I mean a bullseye with a direction, not just giving a bullseye position.
Copy. Well, yeah. But, it's just sometimes it's difficult to translate that bullseye position into a actual position.
It'll just sound like east of like SA2 launch, east of bull 1 2 3 24.
Alright, we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's go ahead and take off ramp.
Test 1 2 3.
Hunter 1, radar contact, bullseye 210, 200 miles, 21,000.
Lights are off. Fuel flow's good. Oil pressure's good. Nozzle position's good. RPM's good.
Hunter 1, radar contact, bullseye 210,
FTIC's good, and
180
hydraulic
miles,
pressure A and B
21,000.
are both good. Master caution reset. Okay, master caution is on. SCC's lights on. Nozzle position's less than 10%. Alright, let's hold our brakes and snap throttle to 85. Okay, good motion, looks good. Okay, SCC's back to prime. Master caution is now off. SCC's lights off. Nozzle position's 94%. Lucas. Okay, Flicker's bit is good. Alright, cycle. Speed brakes are good. Okay, closed. Alright, EPU check, throttle 82%. Okay, run lights on. And we are set there. Okay, throttle idle and brakes. Good.
Falcon 1, Chengdu approach 3019.
Alright, we'll set A low. A low for this flight will be... let's go 13,000. Sorry, 13,000. Set. Alright, initial bingo is tanks dry. A data link. Put in 2-1. 2-2. 3-1 and 3-2. Enter. TACAN. I will set mine to 9 X-ray. Good. TACAN's good. We are Cat 3. SMS. Let's check it out. Okay, we got 2 GBU-12 Gulfs. We're going to do a single release. Select jettison. We'll be just, sorry, tanks and bombs. TGP, warm it up. Okay, that's good. Air to air,
Falcon 1-2,
TGP
Chengdu
on.
Tower, position and hold. Falcon 1-1, taxi, runway 16 right.
Okay, MFG's good. Got fuel quantity selectors to norm, that's set. HUD is aligned. We are good to go on the alignment. Okay.
Falcon 1-1, Chengdu approach, runway 16 right for takeoff.
Falcon 1, check in Victor. Falcon 1, Alpha check 126, Hunter 4, altimeter 3019er. Okay. Lights to steady, we are set. Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1 2F-16's taxi 16 right. Chongwon. Alright. Nose wheel steering. Brake off, taxi light on, we are ready. Brake check, good. Clear on the right, clear.
Falcon 1-1, Chengdu approach, 110 at 13 knots.
Okay, I'm going to be on the right. Reference forward. Taxi, we're good. Trim is set. Enable the manual TFI up. Okay, we are in primary. Good. Speed brakes are closed and confirmed. Tanks are feeding. We're good. Source config switch is Cat 3. Set. Probe heat switch is probe heat. Radar. Set that to on and we'll go 80 miles. Flight controls, we'll just go ahead and cycle those. Okay, looks good. Oil pressure is good. Perfect. And seat's good. Alright, one's ready to go. Alright, 2, reference tier 2. Chongwon traffic. Falcon 1's lining up 16 right. Immediate departure to the north. Chongwon. I should have said a right downwind departure. Yeah, I do expect a right downwind departure for northbound.
Cockpit 1-2, Jeongju Tower. Taxi clear of the runway.
Reference 2, brakes on, run them up. Okay, that one's on the roll. Here we go. Okay, 80 knots. Just a habit. Calling the 80 knot call. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I forgot to put my nose wheel steering off and rotate. Dude, that was horrible. Alright.
Cockpit
How's the
1-1,
rate gears
Jeongju
coming
Tower.
up?
Resume on navigation. Cockpit 1-2, hold short.
Coming back on the speed.
Cockpit 1-2, Jeongju Tower. Resume on navigation.
Who's up? Radar type.
Alright, we'll set 92%. Coming right. Actually, for the Block 40, we're going to set 97%. Okay, looking good on the speed. Okay, 4,000. Visual on 2. We'll probably have to orbit. Here we go. Alright, climb, landing clear, lights off. Taxi lights, landing and taxi lights are off. Climb as briefed. Warning lights are all good, and fuel quantities in norm, we're all set. We got 11.2. Perfect. Alright. Just got a little bit climb here. Let's lower our nose. We're at 9,000. Number 2's looking great, right on our wing. Alright, got really slow here. That's fine. Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1's departing airspace to the northwest, switching to Purse 13. Falcon 1, checking it.
Hunter
Falcon
1,
1,
radar contact. Bullseye 275, 60 miles, 24,000.
Century, Falcon 1's airborne Chongwon Bull 12797.
Century Python 1 3F15, Alpha Kunsan Bull 177 106, inbound proceed east north.
Python 1, Falcon 1. Yeah, Python 1, you'll call the Rolex because we're out front.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 320, 80 miles, 28,000.
Okay, stepped on, repeat.
I got you going 1 by 5.
Yeah, you're gonna need to call the Rolex because we're out early.
Yeah, we're not sure what we're going to be yet. You can let us know what yours is, and we'll try to meet it or see what we're at.
Yeah, Python 1, Falcon 1, we are on time for push.
50 miles, 21,000.
I2, sorry, I'm getting a little slow here.
Problem. You're slow a little bit anyway.
Yeah, we'll probably have to orbit like one time at Steer 2.
Yeah, Falcon 1, Python 1 is currently showing Rolex plus 9.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 275, 40 miles,
I2, do you
24,000.
expect go to Steer 2? We'll make a right turn for a 360 orbit. We'll probably be in the orbit at least one time while we're waiting.
Copy that.
All right, lowering my nose and leveling off.
That's good.
Falcon 1, you copy?
Falcon 1 copies. Yeah, you'll be much quicker than plus 9 by the time you get here.
That's what I'm saying. We're still too early to tell. We'll let you know once we get closer.
Yeah, Falcon 1 will be orbiting at the push, and just let us know when you get closer. Falcon 1. I2, sorry for that drastic pushover.
We're currently Rolex plus.
I'm with you.
I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to try to maintain 300, and then I'm going to descend it back to 18,000.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 225, 200 miles,
Hey, one's
25,000.
10.7 feeding.
2, 10, 9 feet.
Alright, pulling back the speed.
Nice day to fly.
Yeah, nice, right? Got the LGBs looking good so far.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 225, 200 miles, 25,000.
And 2, you're cleared to get comfortable, however you see fit.
Hunter
Copy,
1,
good
radar
copy.
contact. Bullseye 075, 140 miles, 25,000.
And one's heading 325, 300 knots, 18,000. Alright, time for a drink.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 075, 140 miles, 25,000.
And one's got 20 miles to push.
Falcon 1, Python.
Go.
Yeah, Python showing Rolex Plus. About 4 minutes, 40 seconds.
Falcon 1 copies. Rolex plus 4. Or 2 go Rolex plus 4.
Done, done, and done.
Python Panther, just we're about 2 minutes out. We're about 2 minutes ahead for the push. If you wanna push with, we can just once we get there, if you wanna push, that'd be good.
Yeah, that's what we're looking like, is we'll push more there, which is going to be about Rolex Plus 4.
Roger.
Which will be about 18:13, 30 seconds.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 270, 60 miles, 24,000.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 040, 80 miles, 21,000.
You show steer point 2 off to the left a little bit.
Yeah, it's off to the left. We're gonna make a right turn, and then we'll hit it.
Hunter 1, radar contact.
Okay, 7
Bullseye
miles,
210,
and it's
200 miles,
about
21,000.
300.
That checks.
Alright, expect us to hit the push about 18:14 with 30 seconds. That's what I'm planning for. Coming right. Yeah, I don't think I said it right. We're gonna push at 18:14, 30 seconds.
Copy.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 015, 80 miles, 26,000.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 280, 50 miles, 28,000.
One's 10.1, feeding.
10-2 feeding.
On Python Panther, we're about a minute 30 out from the push.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye
we're about
285, 40
3.5
miles,
minutes.
28,000.
Copy. Well, if you wanted to turn in with us, we're gonna turn in once we make the push point.
I recommend you hold if you want us
1,
to push with
radar
you.
contact, bullseye 325, 50 miles, 21,000.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 295, 35 miles, 28,000.
Coming right.
And Python's 2 minutes to push.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 360, 80 miles, 26,000.
Hunter 1, radar contact, bullseye 305, 30 miles, 28,000.
Rollouts 325. Two, push it up.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 320, 25 miles, 28,000.
Hunter 1, radar contact, bullseye 035, 80 miles, 21,000.
Panther 1, Python.
Go for Panther.
Panther 1, Python.
Go for Panther.
Yeah, we're going to
Screwed that up.
push as we fly over top of you.
Copy that. Panther's push.
And Python's push.
Okay, 350. Looking good. Just a little. I wanted to be at 14:30 on the push, but I'm going to be a little bit late. Let's go ahead and pull back. And one slowing down to about 365.
Hunter 1, radar contact, bullseye 040, 80 miles, 21,000.
Yeah, I think we might want to push a little bit later actually, but that's fine.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 210, 200 miles, 21,000.
All flights, Falcon 1's push. One's heading to 325, speed 370, 18,000, 2 take spacing to fence up.
2.
Alright, good to go, good to go. Master arm is on, laser arm is on. Cat 3, we're set. Air to air, we are set. TGP is good. Air to ground, SMS, we are good to go. Selective jets, good. TGP's on, we are set.
Copy.
Python's monitoring contact full 358 28,000.
Okay,
Currently
we're
unknown.
set. Good to go, and we will turn our tapes
Hunter 1,
on.
radar contact. Bullseye 070, 140 miles, 25,000.
Okay, a little bit fast, a little bit high. And go air to ground off. Got 9.5 on the fuel. Falcon 1-1's fenced in, 9.5 feeding tapes on.
Who's fenced, weapons hot, 9-5.
Reference 5. I'm 70 miles to target.
70.
1, radar contact, bullseye 010.
Right,
30
reference
miles,
heading
28,000.
320.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 320, 60 miles, 21,000.
Just to confirm, one's fenced in, 9.4 feeding tapes on.
Who's fenced, 9-4, feeding tapes on.
You got a heavy jet, about 40. It's a non-factor on the nose.
Contact pool 0, 22,
Radar
35,
contact,
28,000, no
bullseye
factor.
200 miles, 21,000.
It's contact that is 20 miles off the nose, no factor. Python's monitoring second contact 70 miles off the nose.
Target's 58 on the nose.
Checks.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 320, 80 miles, 21,000.
Charlie 1-1, in.
What's the status of the SA-5?
Let's see. Panther 1, Falcon 1.
Go for Panther.
Status of SA5.
Dawn 1-1. Lock and load, baby.
SA5 currently approximately expect down in about 3 minutes.
Copy.
Hunter 1, radar contact.
And 2, are you being
Bullseye
spiked by it?
180 miles,
Negative.
21,000.
Another mud 5 right, 2 o'clock.
1 sec. Also got the AWACS at Bull 355 71 26,000 beaming right. Python and Falcon 1 contact at Bull 356 71 26 looks like an AWACS.
Python 1, Panther 3.
Go for Python.
Python. We got a strobe at Bull 316, 82 miles on the nose.
Copy, you could be picking up my jammer.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 310, 80 miles,
Negative.
22,000.
Python.
Yeah, Python, that's about 65 miles. Your left 10 o'clock. At 34 to target.
Magnum, SA5, Bull 024, North Bull 024, 347.
2 go air to ground.
Hunter 1, radar contact, bullseye 060, 120 miles, 25,000.
Charlie 1-1, in. Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 265,
Almost forgot.
40 miles, 24,000.
Stupid asshole. Dude, alright.
Otherwise, Panther 1 is currently engaging SA5 and searching for an SA4, same vicinity of the SA5.
Falcon 1's inbound 3 minutes and needs 5 minutes total time. One's target acquired.
And Falcon Panther expect that SA5 down in 15 seconds.
Falcon. To go trail.
Good trail.
1, radar contact, bullseye 265,
Python, Panther, or
40 miles,
Panther,
24,000.
Python.
Go for Panther.
Hunter 1,
Yeah, we're gonna be
radar
flowing north
contact.
of target a little bit
Bullseye
to,
010, 80 miles, 26,000.
Try to ID some contact.
Okay,
Copy
19
that,
miles
we'll
on
be
the
working
nose.
this SA4 over to the northwest. We still got that
19.
over 60 miles
Mud
northwest, though.
Alpha, right 2 o'clock outer ring.
Good thing. Right, I got the cursors over the target and there's nothing to lock there, but I guess that's good. Good coordinates, so I'm ready to drop.
And one's ready as well. 15 miles on the nose, a minute.
Same.
Be advised, Magnum SA4 northwest pole 037 341.
Dawn 1-1, Cam.
All flights be advised, Falcon 1's in from the south and needs 5 minutes attack time at least.
Hunter 1, radar contact.
2 go melt.
015, 80 miles, 26,000.
2, music on.
Hunter 1, radar contact, bullseye 050, 100 miles, 29,000.
This bunker is going to be fucked up. Okay. Here we go. 8 miles on the nose. And 10 seconds to release.
Who's max toss?
One's paveway out left.
All flights, Panther 1, splash, SA4,
2 paveway, out west, visual.
43.
Copy. Python's established cap 10 miles north target.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 015, 80 miles, 26,000.
Mud 10. Python 1's Mud 10.
Okay.
North
8
west.
seconds to impact.
15.
Panther copies. Moving to intercept.
Alright, 1 splash. I didn't see a good impact.
The 2's got a good impact. I saw your bomb hit just to the southeast.
Copy. Let's re-attack secondary targets. Holy fuck, my jet just decided to take a fucking turn upwards. God, this thing is fucking hard to
Hunter
control.
1, radar contact. Bullseye 270,
2,000 pounds
60 miles,
missing on.
24,000.
There we go. 8.8 inbound.
Copy. Push trail.
This is really hard to control, man. Holy crap.
1-1-10.
Target acquired.
1 sec. Alright, 10 seconds to release.
Thanks.
Alright, 1's out south.
Caution. Caution.
2 paveway, out south.
Yeah, Panther 1 is defending SA-10. We're continuing to try and prosecute it.
Bullseye 210, 180 miles, 21,000.
Come on, fucker. Shit.
Radar contact, bullseye 270.
Fucking masking like an asshole at the fucking last minute.
10 seconds.
Mine missed. I masked.
I think it's a little short. Had the cursor right over it, but it landed short.
Yep, no problem. Let's reference 7 and just stay in your position. Flights be advised, Falcon 1 is Miller time.
Panther copies Miller time.
I got 73 to 7.
71.
Visual, I'm on your right 4 o'clock level.
Visual.
And Python 1's got SA-10 on the raw.
Panther is engaging the SA-10.
Magnum, SA-10 to the north. Is out. 3 is out.
24,000.
And to keep your music on.
Roger.
I hope it didn't fire on us. Let's go left and right a little bit here.
sign?
Just vector left about 100.
Falcon 1, confirm you guys are Miller time.
Falcon 1's Miller time.
80 miles, 25,000.
And Panther, you guys able to retrograde to the south?
Panther 1's currently retrograding. We've put a Magnum on the SA-10 and we're out south.
Alright, 2 come right,
We're a little tapped
150
here,
now.
But start.
150.
We're going to start heading.
Panther copies.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 270, 15 miles, 24,000.
Alright, let's reference 130 for Steer 7. And one's currently 440 knots at 19,000.
Copy. Want me to stay out here?
You're clear to rejoin. I think we're good.
Copy, rejoin. Fat on the fuel.
Yeah, one's ops check out, one's
Python Panther,
7.7
We're
feet.
about 20 miles to
7-1,
west
try.
of you right now, and we're still getting the SA-10 indications. We're probably about another 60 seconds before that missile time's out. Maybe it'll be gone, maybe it won't.
Copy. Primary objective should be retrograding to the south. We don't need to take it out anymore.
Yep, just giving you a heads up. Just try not to get too, try not to stay within about 10 miles of your final steer points up here.
Yeah, we're going to hold this cap until you guys are at our position or south of it.
Hunter 1, radar contact.
Copy that.
Alright, one's 50 to 7.
Steer 5 now.
Again, one.
And one's 50 to Steer 7.
Okay, good. I'm 52.
Alright, one's gonna step off comms for about 30 seconds.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 205, 200 miles, 21,000.
Sorry, I had to. Alright. And one's back.
Copy. Just overhead the flop. I hate to see that second bomb miss. I just couldn't get an IR point on it going southbound.
Yeah, I know. I think I should have done it differently. I had the same problem. And so yeah, we should have just made a slow turn instead of doing that hard turns. Normally it works for me, but for some reason it didn't tonight. So yeah, that was a bad call.
But it worked for me the first time. I did just what you did, and I was able to hit that bunker. But the second one, I had the cursors right over the target for several seconds prior to impact, and it just landed short.
Yeah, mine wasn't getting a point track. Like, all of a sudden it just unlocked, and it wasn't getting a point track. And then I tried to maneuver, and then I just masked myself, so then it was just basically screwed from there.
Yeah.
Alright, 7.1 dry.
2 is 5 feet.
Bingo. Bingo.
Alright, we got some time. When we get down south, do you want to practice anything? Maneuvers, tack, form, whatever.
No, I'm good. It's my third mission today.
Okay,
Hunter
no problem.
1, radar contact. Bullseye 340, 80 miles, 25,000.
Let's go ahead and go. The board's full out. Let's go ahead and burn this fuel off. And action. Music off. And one's clean, no damage, and looking good.
You look good, lead. No damage, no smoke.
Perfect.
Coming up on your right.
Visual. And you're clear to rejoin. Get comfortable, get close, whatever you want to do. And Falcon 1, fence out. One's out, 6.9er.
Who's out? Safe 5.5.
So 6.9. Oops.
Dog 1-1.
Hunter
Let's get a QNH, landing gear on
Falcon
the way.
1, jump June approach 3019. Falcon 1-1, jump June approach, runway 16 left for landing.
Alright, altimeter same and expect to... sorry, expect 16 left on the approach. Let's come left 125.
Well, there wasn't too much adrenaline pumping on that mission.
No, not really.
1, radar contact. Bullseye 215, 180
The
miles,
milk run, they call it.
21,000.
Nice to have one of those every now and then.
Yeah, I think it was good for me tonight at least. Especially at the last mission I flew, which was that one that we flew together. And I'm a 60 out from home plate.
Dog 1-1 in.
So overhead will be 2142. Okay. Let's go full gate action.
Hunter 1, radar contact. Bullseye 020, 35 miles, 28,000.
Got 50 miles, and let's go ahead and switch over to Uniform 8. All flights be advised, Falcon 1 switching tower. See ya, good day. Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1's 48 to the northwest, inbound to land at 16 left overheads.
Here's Joker.
Copy. And starting to descent. Okay, coming right, 160. $40 out.
X.
Altitude. Altitude.
Let me know when you're at 3,500.
Beat. Oh, 3,500? I got 3 right now.
You got 3? Okay, let's go back to Buster.
Bingo. Bingo.
Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1's 30 to the north, inbound to land, 16 left for the overhead. And two, if you're under 3,000, you can go ahead and put your boards in.
Yeah, they're retracted.
Falcon 1's got the field inside.
Copy, 19 miles to touchdown.
Alright, slowing it down, descending. Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1's initial, 16 left for the overhead, Chongwon. Expect 2150 for the break.
Exactly.
Slight left.
Say again.
I come in slight left.
Roger. I'm on your right side, just be advised.
Yeah, we're doing 16 left. Left brakes.
Copy.
I'll be coming off on the right side, by the way.
Very well.
Did I already make that clear? I'm going to be taxiing off to the right side on exit. Didn't get down quite enough, but that's okay. Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1-1's break.
Two in the break.
Cool. Alright, gear down. Looking good. It's gonna be a tight turn. I'm fat. I'm freaking got real heavy, so it's gonna be a tight turn. Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1-1's base gear stop 16 left. Chongwon. Alright, let's get that nose down. That nose down a little bit better. Just a little bit. There we go. Alright. Lined up. Looking good on parameters here. A little fast. And this is a very short runway, so we should go this thing a little bit slower.
Runway 16 left. Welcome back.
Alright. Almost screwed the ending up. Normally I would aero brake here, but this is,
Falcon 1-1, Jeongju Tower. Next time,
really
get
short
clearance before
runway.
landing.
I gotta get on the brakes
Good
early.
evening, Falcon 1-2, Jeongju Tower. Clear for landing. Runway 16 left. Get gear down. Falcon 1-1, clear runway. Incoming traffic.
Alright. Speed brakes are coming in. Clear here at Echo. It's that short runway.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of got to get on the brakes real quick here.
Yeah.
Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1's crossing 16 right at Echo. Chongwon.
Who's in trail?
Pedro. Chongwon traffic, Falcon 1's clear, 16 right and left at Echo. Chongwon. So I can get my rudders in there to respond better. Okay, cool. Alright, we landed at
Those guys are way back there.
1847. Yeah, they're landing at Kunsan too, so it's a lot further.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, maybe we should have gone over there.
1847, 18. Hey, by any chance, did you get our takeoff time logged down?
I got a hat clock going right at takeoff. We've been airborne 53 minutes and 26 seconds right now.
Copy. So I got us at 1847 as landing, so I'll just 53 minutes behind that.
Okay. Yeah, 53 minutes would be a good call.
So I got that 1754 then. No, it's not right.
Alright, so in the logbook, you want theater time, not my desk time here as I sit at the chair?
Yeah, no, you're going to be at your own local time. So, sorry, I'm just going by my. I'm repeating my local time. So you're going to be plus 3 hours on that for your local time.
Okay. The other thing I want to make clear is if I go up and host a mission on my IP, nothing whatsoever to do with the 72nd server. I logged that as a pickup flight with another member.
Yeah, that's just a straight up pickup flight. Yep.
Okay.
All right, coming left here.
Okay, cleared across. It just seemed like it would make sense that you would only want time logged on the server, but I guess not.
Well, what we can do with all these logs is we can manipulate what we want to see, you know what I mean? So we want everybody to be able to log all their flights, but what we care about is 70-second stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we look for like active status and inactive status, it's basically going to be based on 70-second events. And so we want everybody to log as much stuff as possible, but we can sift through the filters and get with the data that we want out of it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and chuck it up and shut it down. You're clear the same.
Okay, clear to back out.
Never did turn on my landing light. That was pathetic. Oh well. Okay, everything coming off. Perfect. Brake. I should have set that already. I should turn that off already.
Well, I'm not believing that because I saw my bomb hit square on my coordinates. On that first one.
Yeah, backing out now. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, I gotcha. I wasn't sure if I had my Discord muted or mic'd or whatever.
Yeah, I saw my coordinates on that first run. I saw the bomb hit square on the coordinates. I can't believe it. It missed that underground factory. And I checked the lat long. It was perfect when it hit. But it showed a miss.
Alright, so I got, you said 53 minutes total time.
Yeah.
So I got 54 prior to the hour takeoff and then basically 47 for the landing here. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and do the logbook now. I'll bring that up and we can just do this real quick together before we forget. Alright. Oh yeah, I can upload the ACMI and I'll give you the info on that. Did you get ACMI more than from Fenson to landing? Alright, we have this is going to save. First I'll save it. This is going to be 12, 7, 17. 12, 07, 17. 87th. Flight night, and we did a strike for Falcon 1. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna look. I don't know if you're hearing me or not. You might have stepped away. Coming off this target was horrible for me. Alright. This is when I get squirrely. Look at my jet. I was trying to turn around and I just basically put my nose in the air here. Yeah, that was tough. Okay. It looked like we were never in any harm from anything. This AN-50, that's not a factor. There was nothing shooting, nothing spiking us at all. Pretty simple. And we did our drops as briefed, which was great. Okay, and it's hard to tell, but anyways. Then that SA-10 at this point was active. I'm not sure if it actually shot on anybody. It doesn't look like it. I mean, those guys got way up north. Unnecessarily. I don't know if there was a reason. I guess. Oh no, they're not that bad. I thought they were way up here. But they're further up here. I got 1, 2, 3, and then, okay, so they had a 3-ship seed and a 2-ship. Okay, there we go. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking they're in there. Yeah, that looks good. The Barlock B here, I don't think ever shot at anybody. Oh, the SA-10 did shoot on these guys. Oh, look right there. Okay, let's look. Are you still hear me? Let's just see real quick, make sure. Did I disconnect or what? Okay. I want to look at got Ray, Droid, and Quack. So let's look here. Somebody got shot on. Oh yeah, look at SA-10 was shooting on Ray.
Mic check. How do you read?
Yeah, 5x5. How do you read me?
Yeah, I didn't change anything. It just had to reboot. It does that occasionally.
Oh,
But I've
okay.
been hearing everything.
Yeah, I was just looking at because I'm still streaming, so I just kind of wanted to put in my stream look at the ACMI real quick on the stream. But yeah, I was gonna go over it with you in a second. As soon as I thought you just maybe went to the bathroom or something.
No.
All right. Yeah. So my perspective is, I mean, everything was briefed. I thought we did everything exactly as briefed. I don't think there was anything that went haywire on anything that wasn't briefed, but I'll let you comment on that in a second. But we aimed at the targets. We were, the first go around, we went left like briefed, came out, and then we basically turned back in and shot on the secondary targets as briefed. And whether or not they hit or not, that's a different story. But and then came out, and we got those SA-10s. I got them on my raw, so I kind of wanted to do a couple zigzags just to make sure, just to give them a little bit of problems in case they were shooting on us. So, but it looked like they were shooting on the seed flights, which was good. So that way they're not shooting at us. But all in all, I thought the flight went smooth. I thought comms were great. You were exactly where you were supposed to be, and I felt like I put my jet where I was supposed to be. The only thing I really did was, I noticed when I came off the first time is that bomb caused, like you told me in the brief, that the bomb's going to cause a real bad trim problem, obviously. And there was a time where after I called the impact and the miss or whatever, my jet got real slow, and it also just was like very hard to control. And then as I was turning back in, my jet I got my nose way up, and that's when I got real slow. I got my nose way up and out of whack. So that could have been a potential problem if shit was shooting on us. So I would definitely, for my learning point, is definitely get better control of my plane. as I'm making my re-attack for sure.
Did you try to trim it out at all?
I was starting to trim it out, and then that's when as I was trimming it out, that's when I made my abrupt pull to the left because I was doing three things at once. I was trimming, I was looking at something else all at the same time, and so that was kind of the root of the problem that I probably the root of the problem that trying to do too many things at once as I was coming back in. I was basically changing my steer point to my next my next target steer point. I was trying to get my radar moved or my TGP moved over to that steer point. I was trying to also keep control of my jet and trim all at once while I was turning back in. So,
Yeah, I just had a thought. It might be a good technique to say the last mile or two before you drop, trim the aircraft, for the imbalance, and now you only have to hold it for several seconds until you release the bomb, and then when that bomb comes off, it'll be pretty much trimmed for you, and you won't have to fight it so much.
do you have any idea of how much trim you would need for a 2,000 pound? Do you have calculations by any chance?
No, but I mean, if you go up and you do it, experiment with it, I'm sure it'd be the same every time for that airspeed, so it should be pretty predictable. It'd be a ballpark number.
Yeah, I mean, if we went up in just anywhere between 350, because you're never going to drop slower than 350 for sure, and you're never going to get it more than 500 knots. So we could actually get out there and do some tests and see what it is. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think that might work.
I mean, even if we didn't pre-trim, even if we tested it where we knew how many taps of the trim, it would make it a lot easier, right? That way.
Well, the only thing is, if you do it too late as you approach the target, then you might roll off to where the bomb fall line is not over the I can't think of the name of the cue, the steering cue.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you call that damn thing? I'm having a brain fart. The C. I can't.
Yeah, you got me. I'm. My age is showing too. God, man, my brain. Yeah, my brain's not stupid, but.
Yeah, but anyway, you might be fighting it to the point where your bomb, doesn't come off where it's supposed to come off.
Yeah, we could do some
or
tests.
not at all.
That'd be good to do some tests and see if it makes sense to maybe do a little pre-trim on that because, yeah, it was a little bit tough. But the biggest learning point I had was my getting my laser to laze on the target when it needed it the most. My first bomb was off, and I think that my TGP had moved as I was making my maneuver out. It had moved. It had moved, and I'll have to look back at the stream here. I think it moved off of my target, and I didn't recognize that. And one of the reasons why I probably didn't recognize it a lot because we were dropping on an underground bunker, and it was kind of hard to see where the actual target was. So. And I didn't try to recenter or anything like that. I just assumed it was still on the target. So that was a good learning point there. Is make sure that well before you need to start have an active laser, that you're actually lasing on the actual target. You have your TGP actually on the target that you want the bomb to fall on.
Yeah, my laser came off of the coordinates for the underground factory, and so I had to go back to the FCR, slew away, and then CZ, and then back to the TGP, and then I saw the lat long coordinates that I needed to see, and I didn't touch anything, and it worked fine.
Yeah. So I mean. And then my second pass, it was just horrible too. I couldn't get like a point track, and I had a point track when I dropped, and then as I was coming out, I had the INR indication on there, and I couldn't get it back where it would actually actively, show that I was actually the laze was coming on. So, and then
what does INR stand for?
To be honest, I don't know. I'll have to look that up. So that's another thing I want to look up is the INR on that. So we'll look that up. So that caused me. I couldn't, I couldn't get the laser to actually come on. So I'll have to look at that. And I think, my aggressive turns out in the past have worked pretty good, but for some reason they didn't work that well tonight. And maybe I want to do some more tests on that, but maybe I need to do a less aggressive turning out. So, because I had practiced a lot with the aggressive turnout, that way I could get out away from the target quickly and then get my TGP on the target without masking it as I'm going outbound. And I find that to work pretty good. But tonight, once I was outbound, I was able, the TGP wasn't masked, but I wasn't able to get my my lays to work correctly. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that and see what's going on with that. Both my targets missed. I knew my miss just by looking at the TGP, so I knew for a fact that both my targets were no good. So
Did you see mine?
I saw yours hit, but again, my TGP on the first pass wasn't. I don't think it was correctly on the target, so I couldn't confirm that you had a good kill either. So, and the other thing is maybe that underground bunker needs a different type of bomb. And you know what? That was one thing I was going to look at before we took off. Is see. I was going to do a research on what would be the best bomb for the bunkers, and I forgot to do that before we did that, so I'm going to look at that too. Maybe that's why you got the miss. So
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
We need a penetrating bomb.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll check that out. So I'm going to look up the INR. I'm going to look up the bunker buster.
Might put that in your notes for your logbook.
Exactly.
Make sure you get the right one.
So we'll look those. I'll look those two up, and I'll get back to you on that. But to be honest, the flight, we didn't have a whole lot of action, so it was actually, probably one of the least stressful flights I've had in a while. So I thought, everything else in the flight was really good. So I tried to get rid of some of my fuel. As we're coming back, it looked like you got enough. I was still a little bit over the 3,000 pounds when I did my break, so I basically wasn't at the correct fuel to do an overhead, but I compensated for my turns and my brakes and stuff. I thought the brakes were done, as briefed, and I thought everything else was good. You're always where you're supposed to be. I didn't think there was any kind of problems with the comms. I don't know. You got anything you want to add?
No, it just went according to Hoyle there. I have just thought of a better technique for this bomb drop. Because I don't want to dick up the delivery, I've got a perfectly trimmed airplane. I don't want to, dick it up and have the flight path marker miss the bomb fall line. So a better technique was going to be, I'm going to look at to see which pylon the bomb's coming off, and then realize that when the bomb comes off, I'm going to roll, this much trim, in the opposite direction, and that'll be an initial guess, and that'll have me pretty much trimmed up, so I think that would be a better technique.
Exactly. And that was the other thing I was trying to do when I was coming out, was I was trying to figure out, I was trying to look at my MFD and try to figure out what bomb had come off. And I went to go look at it, and I went on my SMS page, but I pulled up the SMS page, and I don't think I was in the right mode, because I just pulled up, well, I shouldn't say that. I was in the right mode, but I was doing all sorts of other things, so I didn't get the correct indication. So, yeah, I was basically, I was, messing with that too much.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking at the overheads. So when we do the brakes, it looked like you came off just a little bit. I don't know if you have the ACMI, but it looks like you came off and didn't do the downwind at the heading. We should have been at a heading of 340 on the downwind. So I don't know if you realize that or not.
I was busy looking for you. I was halfway through the turn, and then I started looking, for you, and I just couldn't find you, and I got distracted on the head.
Okay, yeah, I just was looking at that because I noticed that was a little bit off. So
You know, Kunsan, we do it at Kunsan, and you're looking at a plane against an ocean background. It's very easy to pick up, but you were hard to pick up in the ground clutter.
Yep. Exactly. So, do you have any? You didn't have any problems with the approach or anything like that?
No, the only thing that I would note is that when you come down initial, you know, you're 10 miles, you're 5 miles. I think you want to be at level flight. You know, you don't want to be descending into the pattern. So you want to plan to be, say, at 10 miles at 2,200 feet or whatever you want to be at, instead of just getting there, you know, at break time.
Yeah, it was, and I agree on that, and that was because I was trying to burn off fuel and I was fast, and I didn't want to just sit there and push down on the stick and pull back on the throttle too much. I was trying to make smooth adjustments to keep you informed, and that's kind of why I was doing that. Normally, what we like to do is at 10 miles be at 3,000 feet, and then from the 10 miles you either descend to you actually descend from there. You just basically descend to your pattern altitude. When in this case, it would have been from 3,000 just to 2,100, so it would have been just 900 feet. And then basically stay level. Yeah, I totally agree. I would have loved to have been at speed and at altitude way sooner than I was. I basically, when I did my break, I was at 23 and some change. I never made it down to the altitude that I wanted to. And you know, if you rewatch the stream, you'll see, and I actually note it. In my stream that I'm too high. So yeah, that's definitely a good point.
What program are you using? I mean, I guess you're different because you're streaming it, but I film stuff with Bandicam. The only problem is I only hear my voice. I don't hear any other airplane noises. I don't hear any other pilot voices or ATC. Do you? You don't have Bandicam?
No, I use OBS. It's free. Open broadcast.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start using that.
It's probably one of the better ones out there, and it does. You can record, you can stream, you can do all sorts of stuff with it. It's great.
Can you? Oh yeah. Okay.
Do you have?
Yeah,
do you have a AM or what type of video card do you have?
It's an NVIDIA.
Oh, okay, and you can actually use the NVIDIA encoding from there, so it won't take a lot of your CPU power as well.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Okay.
Anything else on the debrief? Because I'm going to stop the stream, and then we could talk about those kind of things after this, if you like.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Great flight.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here, and then we're going to do